What's your favorite color? Why does summer make you sad?
This is it. This is the end of week 4. 1/3 through, officially, completely. What have I learned? Many things. What have I done? Many more things. Today, I'm going off to pole dancing, and that's what will sort of tail end this video. A couple of reasons for doing pole dancing. The first is that Amy already does pole fitness as a hobby, so it was an easy one for me to go and do. The other is it's a lot harder than it looks. My cousin's done it as a sport for years. I've tried it briefly back in Plymouth, and it's actually very hard, so don't mock too much, but mock just the right amount. Over the last few days, I've been doing a few different bits and bobs. I've not been doing a lot that was particularly interactive, so rather than posting too many videos again, as I've said before, of White Wall, I've not posted a lot. I finished the book Element, which was fantastic. The end of the book is probably more appealing to teachers. The last chapter or so talks about how education is a big factor in what motivates us, what drives us, and what our direction we take is. The rest of the book I'd advise anyone who's feeling a bit lost to read. It did give me a few revelations, one of which is that I come from a family that are very aware of what their element is. Everyone in my family pretty much knows what they love doing. Particularly my immediate family, my mum, my dad, my sister. They each know what they love to do, and they do it, if not every day, then every other day. And that's what keeps them going. If it's not their work or their main career, they make sure they find the time to do it, and that really empowers them to be happy and successful in everything else they do in life. It drives them, it gives them that mental release and that headspace they need, and that's just awesome. For myself, I'm about to move on to the next book, Finding Your Element, and I'll give updates if I find out that I've already found it and that I'm just missing it, or if I realise it's something new. A lot of the things I'm doing with my time off are to see if there is anything like that I've missed over the years, to see if there's anything that if I start doing that I can do for hours aside from talking. Yes, we all know I talk a lot. That I can do for hours and hours without stopping and the time flies by. I really want to find what that is, and I'll keep you updated as I go through that. Looking at next week now, I am going off to Pop-Up Business School from Monday to Wednesday. I'll have a load of awesome content from that, and that should be really good. I'm also going to be putting up, over the next week or so, a couple of LinkedIn articles where I have had other mini revelations as I've been going along. The first of those 2 articles, just to give you a bit of a preview, is something I was chatting to Amy about, and then had a bit of a sort of mini revelation, which was I've interviewed a few people internally and interviewed external people for new hires into Microsoft before. That's where I work, for those who don't know. And one of the challenges I always had was I wasn't sure where the bar was. Unless I'm hiring at my level, if I'm hiring someone who's meant to have 20 years experience, I know if they're a fit for the culture, or if they could be a fit for the culture, but are they the right experience? Are they the right skills? I have no idea. So my idea was, before you interview candidates, interview your own team. If you do interviews, it gives you a chance to provide feedback to the interviewer, the interviewee. Look for gaps in your team you didn't realise existed. Understand areas where actually maybe skills aren't required that you thought were. Understand better the culture of your team. Foster closeness in your team as they learn more about each other. Potentially create mentoring relationships. And I'll write up the other bits that I thought about around it as well when I write that article. Overall though, I think it'd be a really cool thing to do to understand just a bit more about your own role. The second of those ideas is to retain someone in your business, whatever the size, to keep just thinking and not have any targets. Chatting to Amy again, she said that she actually saw in the documentary, I think it was when they rebuilt Heathrow, they employed someone to do this, to just go around and look at stuff and make sensible suggestions. And that seems odd, and I know people in small businesses or big businesses will have all these rationales against it. But if you just have a second and think, all businesses started as an idea, someone's idea. Whether you're a startup of 5 people or a massive function in a business or a new function, a services function, a consulting function, a support function, someone had that idea. Someone in their spare time or in their job had the time to come up with this vision, and they started to create it. And when they ran out of capacity to create and deliver it, they hired another person to deliver it, and another person to deliver it. And then when the overhead of processes got too much, they hired another person to manage the processes. At no point, despite the fact that this person clearly must have committed time into coming up with this in the first place, do people appear to consider making sure someone is there to purely have the time to create what comes next. And I'll leave you with me pole dancing. A big thanks to Kelly for taking me and looking after me doing this. It was amazing fun. My shoulders hurt a bit. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll show you some pop-up stuff next week.
Dear sister, my sister, you're my friend and I miss you. And in all that you do, babe, well's what I wish you. Cause you know what I'm about, and no doubt it amounts to something worthwhile. Cause you're there when it counts, and I'll always be here for you. My love for you's there and true. I'm someone to lean on, or just sit down and talk to. Cause for what you have done for me, I owe you the world. In an ocean of darkness, I found such a pearl as could bring back a smile and shows me the way to make life worthwhile and tomorrow a better day. You put something back in my life that was gone. You gave me a reason to keep on keeping on. So I thank you for all you have done, and I love you in this. You must know whatever end I may come to, you one of the few true friends that I've got, and I got your back, whether you like it or not. I wanna thank you for what you've been to me. You don't know what it means to me. Through all you've done, you made me see a better reality. So thank you for being there and showing your care. No matter when or where, the times that we share are something special, and they mean a lot. You've always been willing to give it a shot. So I thank you for being my friend and always being on call. But most of all,
yeah, this is for my friends and my family, and all my fans who wouldn't never go abandon me or be stranding me, because we tougher than leather, and it only takes a call and it will bring us together. I wanna send you my love because I know that you care, and know you'll always be with me when I go anywhere, cause that's the way that it is, and that's the way that we do. You can rely on me and I'll rely on you. You let me know what you need and I will give it my best, cause when it's me and my team, I gotta get to the next level and fight through the obstacles, jump over hurdles. We only gonna win when we all in the winner's circle, and never leave a man behind. Band of brothers and sisters together, there is power in numbers. I miss you whenever we're apart, but then it's only temporary cause we'll be together again. I consider you fam, and you know that's who I am. And when we're making our plans, I know we're all gonna stand strong, bringing everyone along for the ride. And never once will I want, because someone will provide. If it doesn't work out, then we brush it aside, cause it's a journey that matters, so come along for the ride. And my friends are my greatest source of wealth, so I gotta thank them all for letting me be myself.
I'ma be myself again, and I'ma leave Las Vegas like I always planned. And I won't give a damn if you understand. I'ma thank you for making me the man I am, and the man that I am is all that I am. No more, no less.
Crave the snow. Where did you get your favorite pair of shoes? Oh,